So you keep attracting toxic people, narcissists, manipulators, energy vampires, you name it, neon sign on your head saying, hey, come look at me. It basically is saying, hey, emotional punching bag available. That is not bad luck. It is conditioning. And today I'm going to break down why exactly this keeps happening and how you can fix it before you waste another decade in toxic relationships like I did. So, here's the truth. You were raised to prove your worth to emotionally unavailable people, aka your narcissistic and emotionally unavailable parents. They condition you to behave in a way that they wanted you to behave in order for you to be loved. And as children, that is not our fault. We were brought into this world and raised by people who probably should not have had any business raising children, but that's another topic for another YouTube. So, because of that, these emotionally unavailable people who you were hardwired to love and who did not love you the way you should have because they were incapable of doing so has now made you a perpetual people pleaser, right? So your nervous system has been wired for chaos. So healthy relationships feel boring. Just a shot in the dark here, but have you ever been in a relationship with someone who on paper was everything you needed? You liked them, but something just fell off and you ended the relationship for no good reason whatsoever. That's because your brain was craving what it was comfortable with. And what it was comfortable with was the chaos that you were brought up with. So in this instance, it really was not them, it was you. So you mistake anxiety for chemistry. Yes, let that sink in. If butterflies feel like a mix of excitement and panic, congrats. You've been trauma bonded. Butterflies should be an anticipation of something, not an anxiety induced feeling, when you're meeting up for that second, third, fourth, fifth date. And that's what happens every time you meet someone actually healthy. You sabotage it or you just flat out get bored, right? This is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. You need to recognize those behaviors and kind of just stop them in their tracks and do something different and stop self sabotaging. So now that you know what the problem is, you know that it's not your fault. Again, we are not victim blaming here, ever, 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 ever. But it is our responsibility to fix it for ourselves, for those around us, if we have children, for those children, for the next generation, because hurt people raise hurt people, and we don't want that. I don't want my children growing up in a world with hurt people, and that's why I'm here having this conversation with you. So, the solution here is, how do we stop attracting those toxic people? Here's what you need to do. You need to retrain your nervous system. In other words, you need to figure out how to stop doing what you've been conditioned to do, right? So if those calm relationships feel boring, lean into that. That is your body adjusting to actually being safe. You are not bored, boo. You are safe. You do not need the fireworks and the butterflies all the time. Step number 2, recognize red flags fast. Because once you know you're in, you get in deep very quickly because, again, we're constantly seeking that approval and that wanting to be loved because that's what we were conditioned to do, right? So the sooner you recognize those red flags, the easier it is to get out because once you're in, it's harder to get out, right? So no more giving anybody the benefit of the doubt. Oh, it's just this one time. It's just that one thing they said. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. If someone shows that they are controlling, dismissive, or have any type of manipulative behavior, believe them because that's who they truly are. And then step 3, just do the damn work for real this time. Reading posts online isn't going to fix this. Watching this YouTube video is not going to fix this. Going to therapy is a amazing start. Getting help to do this is an amazing start. But you have to actively undo this programming or it is going to stay with you forever and ever and ever. Again, I can assure you because it took me almost the first 40 years of my life to deprogram myself. And I'm only, 41. So this is what I do. I've done it for myself. I've done it alone and it's not fun. And I don't want other people to have to go through this alone. You don't have to. There are so many more of us than you would think who are recovering from narcissistic and traumatic childhoods. Maybe we don't talk about it, maybe because we're ashamed about it, even though there's no reason we should be. But it is definitely something that I can help you with. So if you are done repeating these toxic cycles and are ready to rewire your relationship patterns, book a break free chat with me. The link is in my bio description. I also have a free no contact checklist if that is something that you're interested in. I assure you, your future self is going to thank you. If someone had told me 20 years ago that would be where I was at now, I wouldn't have believed it possible. I've grown in ways that I can't even imagine. And I want that for everyone else. I want that for you too. And it is absolutely possible. So let's talk.